Sam Logue here for irishboxing.com. Delighted to be joined by Lily White Light and himself, Eric Donovan, after a very good performance here on Mark Dunlop's show in the EUROPA Hotel in Belfast. Eric, victorious tonight. Just tell me how you feel.
Yeah, no, I feel good. Honestly, I do feel good. I expected to win. I was expected to win, and I did win. You know what I mean? But like it was standard enough. But those 6 rounds are valuable to me, very valuable, because my last fight against Ramirez, you know, obviously that was a massive task for anybody to take on, you know, including me, and it didn't work out. You know, I didn't even get to show what I could do in that fight, but that's because he was so good and he never allowed me to. So that was a bit hard. It was a painful lesson. I had to go back and regroup, and I always say about those times going back to the drawing board, you know, they can be the hardest lessons but the most important. So it was really, really important to get back into, you know, back on track and get some rounds in the bank. And Engel Gomez, my opponent tonight, he was a robust opponent, tough, clever enough, you know, decent enough boxing IQ, and I just got 6 valuable rounds, and I'm really happy to be back on track.
Can you assess the fight a little bit for me? I know it kind of just happened, and it's obviously, it's maybe you might say it's fresh, but also kind of maybe you'd need to kind of go back and look at it. But it seemed like you kind of took your time to kind of find a bit of rhythm to get into the fight, and then you kind of upped the pace a little bit as you got through the rounds. Can you kind of give me a bit of an evaluation?
Yeah, look, I honestly think I'm a slow learner to try and, you know, to kind of try new things, and especially the professional skills and the professional tools to navigate your way through rounds. I can be quite slow to try and bring them into play. I can still be very amateurish in a lot of things that I do. Sometimes my punching is probably a little bit too fast, you know, where there's no power in them. You know, they're just pot shotting, like just really sharp computer type punches, you know. So Packy's been always trying to teach me how to settle down, punch through the target, you know, commit with the shots, put my heels down on the ground a bit, come down off the ball to my feet, you know. So I think I got a chance to do a lot of those things tonight. Tidy up your defense, you know, don't be loose and exposed and leaving yourself open to be caught with big looping, swinging shots around the side of the guard and stuff. So I thought I was very compact and composed tonight, and like as I said, he was a robust opponent. He gave you he was a good opponent to be able to work on those things with, but there was times where I had to kind of be very disciplined in the fight, like, because when I landed some good shots, you know, drove his head back, there was probably opportunity there for me to jump on him and really try and take him out. But what was the benefit of that, or what would be the benefit of that? I think getting the 6 rounds in was far more beneficial to me, and very good learning fight for me, and great to get back on track now.
Definitely. Do you think at times there's elements of kind of getting caught in between your styles in the middle of a fight, because you are trying to make that transition, and because it's tough, and then sometimes you're trying to fight the pro style, but you're finding it hard to get it in? Do you find that in the fight? Was it tough at times to make it?
Sometimes I can be my own worst critic as well. I can be giving out to myself during a fight too, you know, what you doing this for, what you doing that for. But you know, look, sometimes when it takes time for you to get into your flow and to get confidence going. The training camp was a little bit kind of, I wouldn't say, like, it was a quick turnaround from my last fight, you know. I was having to pick myself back up again, you know, and going, like as I said, going back to the drawing board. Losing a fight like I did to Ramirez in the fashion that I lost it in was quite, you know, debilitating in a way, you know. It's a wound, you know, you're wounded, and you have to try and go back then and try and build yourself up with confidence and positive affirmations. Tell yourself you are good enough. Okay, I'm not on Ramirez's level, but there's definitely something there for me. And you're trying to regroup, and you're trying to drive yourself back up to the level of, you know, belief and confidence, and just to get back on track. And then during the fight, you have this vision of how you want your performance to go, and normally it will go 3 ways. It'll go the way you hope it'll go, the way it did go, and the way it should have went. You know what I mean? You know, so there's always that element of it. But talking with Packy, talking with Mark, they're very happy, and I'm very happy with the 6 rounds and the performance in it. with what we showed and with what we've learned, I think that's the first time we got a chance to be able to kind of, what would you say, transfer the gym work into the ring. You know, so we got a chance to see the gym floor work happening in a real life scenario.
And did you feel like there were some doubts going into this one because of what you alluded to there, post Ramirez defeat? Were there doubts floating around your head? Was the confidence a bit lacking? And is it more the case of you just need to get in there and just get the win, and then you kind of really get a lot out of just winning the fight in this kind of fight?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with people. You know, after the Ramirez fight, I was just like, I beat myself up a bit. You know, now, and I know I said before that I used to kind of take it really hard when I lost a boxing match. I'd feel like really useless, and you know, would affect my whole well-being and all that. Like, I didn't get to that level, but there was times where I felt really low. You know, I felt really down, and I was kind of like, oh, Eric, what are you doing, man? Maybe you have enough in this game, you know. But I don't think I'm done, honestly. I really don't think I'm done. I definitely think there's more to offer. I think there's something left inside me. Like, told people that, you know, I think I can mix it at European level. You know, I think there's definitely even a EU title in me, like, you know, and that would be nice. It would be really, really nice to bow out with that. I do know I'm in the final stages of it all, but I'm enjoying it. I do enjoy going to train as much as it, like I can have my tough days, but sure, everybody has tough days in all walks of life, you know. And when I do retire, I'm going to be retired for the rest of my life, you know. So I'm not really just in a rush right now. I just want to, while I'm still enjoying it, while I still have it, you know. I feel like I still have it, and the spark is still there, and there's people wanting to come and watch me, and people support me, and you know, that means the world to me, you know, and I just want to keep that going for as long as I possibly can.
Yeah.
One of my sponsors said something to me a while ago, and I just thought it was a really lovely message. It was actually A&A Pharmacy. I have a good few sponsors, as you can see here, but A&A Pharmacy, you know, she you know, she contacted me. I was telling her about her name is Alien actually, and I was telling her about I'm going to be finishing up soon, and she goes, Eric, go for as long as you can. And I just thought, you know what, that was exactly what I needed to hear, you know.
Yeah.
Go for as long as you can, but sometimes you just need to hear those. You need to hear those things, and she's right, you know, because when I do retire, I am going to be retired.
It's done. When it's done, it's done.
Yeah, so
absolutely. Last thing I will ask Eric is the European title or the EU title is seems to be the kind of end goal, something that the final piece of the puzzle that you want to push for. How realistic is it that we can get there in the kind of coming months, and how quickly would you like to get Mark to push for that?
Ideally, I think it would be maybe mid to late summer would be a nice time. There's no real for me. I feel like I'm ready for it now. Like, if that EU title fight came up now, I'd be ready for it. I don't think that I need any more warm-up fights or whatever. I think I can jump in right now. But if there is another stepping stone towards there, I'll have to assess that. Talk with Packy, talk with Mark, and see what the story is. But I think I'm highly ranked in the EU rankings. You know, I think I'm in the top 5 anyway. I think in the EU rankings. I was from the last the February rankings. You know, so I can fight for that title, and I haven't really thought about it, but I do hope that it's going to be this year. So for me it kind of has to be this year, because I kind of said I think this is going to be my final year.
Yeah.
My wife Laura, you know, she's pregnant. She's due in October as well, and just priorities and all will change a little bit. You know, I want to put more time into my own 2 sons as well, Jack and Troy, and give back to Laura, and then the baby when the baby comes along, just to be able to kind of be of service to other people, because it's a long time I'm on the road chasing my dreams, and everyone's helping me out, but I want to be able to give back to them in a better, more of a what would you say, in a better way. Yeah,
I get you. I think we understand what you're going for. Eric, I'm going to leave it there, but once again, thank you very much for talking to irishboxing.com. Congratulations on a good performance tonight and a win, and we look forward to seeing what's next.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks so much, man.
irishboxing.com. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.